Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're taking a look at all the brand new cards coming out today here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, the brand new Cerebral content, which, to be fair, looks like a decent content drop here in MyTEAM. Hoping that some of these opals and pink diamonds are going to be good. Really annoyed, honestly, that we're getting another point guard as the motor award this week in D'Angelo Russell. Cool card, but like I promise y'all, we do not need any more free point guards, so that's not great. I will say, 100 overall, Timmy D is going to be a stud, obviously. PG, Oscar, DeMar, Ralph, Tim, and Joe Johnson are the Dark Matters. And then, obviously, D'Lo is the Motor Award. 3 Galaxy Opals being Dwight, Donovan, and Amin. And then Bilal Coulibaly, Jeremy Sohan, and Sim Bilar as the Pink Diamonds. The card art is sick. I'll say that. It's cool. The DNA on it is neat. I'm not totally sure what it means, but I will say it's pretty neat. But obviously this is gambling only content. As always, going to actively encourage that everybody stay away from spending their money on this content. Please do not support this game financially. At the same time, the content itself looks decent this week. We'll start with the Pink Diamonds. Simbalar, 7'5", 70 speed, 43 ball. Okay, so this card, well, he's not horrifically, unbelievably slow, especially for somebody of his size, and he will dunk the ball very well. And defend on the interior at a high level. I don't think he's going to be versatile enough, especially with a complete inability to shoot the ball, to be any good. And I think that's kind of what you would expect out of a 7'5" card with a 7'9" wingspan at this point in the year. A Pink Diamond 7'5" card is generally not going to be, excuse me, the best card in the game. That's okay. I didn't really expect him to be like a budget beast. He'll be usable-ish because of his size. I mean, he's not going to be good at all, but he will be usable-ish because of his size and kind of be a glitchy mismatch at times because of the player build and the interior finishing and stuff like that. I'll probably do a gameplay with him at some point in the next few days, but as a whole, the card's not that exciting. Jeremy Sohan is 6'8", 7-foot wingspan at point guard. He's got great size. That's the value to this card. Athletic, got good shooting badges on gold at least. Finisher or playmaking badges are good as well. Half blow by, handles for ace, hyperdrive, and speed booster. And defensively, he's really versatile and good. 6'8" point guard with half anchor and a movable enforcer as well as post lockdown. Then 94 feet clamps, fast feet, glove, and rights to gripper. This card's actually super tough. Really versatile defender, very athletic, good shooter, and good speed for a PG position. His release is on very quick as well. W that they sped up the Pink Diamonds release. Love to see that. I will say his SIGs suck, but honestly, I don't really mind his SIGs not being very good because he is a 6'8" defensive and athletic monster of a PG for 52,000 MT. This is an elite level budget point guard, and I wish he was a little cheaper than 52K. I don't like that the cheapest cards in the set each week are like 42K right now. I think that's kind of excessive. But I think for 52,500 MT, with the value this card gives you defensively and with his size, he is really, really good, especially since he's got legit playmaking and finishing completeness, and I think shooting badges are the least important to have on Hoff, and he's got pretty much all the key gold ones. So this card looks really good. I'm very intrigued by Jeremy Sohan as a Pink Diamond. Honestly, pretty intrigued by Bilal Coulibaly as well. 6'6" with a 7'2" wingspan at the shooting guard position. He is also really good. Half fast twitch, bulldozer, posterizer, precision dunker, catch and shoot, corner specialist, limitless range, speed booster, blow by, and a ton of versatile defense, including also anchor, immovable enforcer, post lockdown, and all of those perimeter defensive badges. Defensively, he is phenomenal. 90 driving dunk, 91 three ball, and 94 speed, 90 excel, 91 steal ball. His release, I remember it vividly being good. John Wall escape is nice. His SIGs as a whole are not going to be great, but this is another card that as him by himself as a Pink Diamond is one of the very best Pink Diamonds in the game, especially at his position, and provides a lot of positional value because of his ability to guard. That's the thing that really provides these cards the most value. Both of them are elite level interior and perimeter defenders with half anchor, immovable enforcer, and post lockdown, as well as the key clamps, fast feet, glove, rights to gripper, 94 feet perimeter, moving your feet defensive badges. So he has, they're both those guys really, really good for their positions. I think 2 elite level Pink Diamonds, honestly. So that is a nice way to start off this drop with 2 of the better Pink Diamonds in the game. Opal and Thompson should also be really good. A very big 6'7" point guard, 7-foot wingspan, super athletic as well. Great playmaking badges and great defense. Again, golden movable enforcer instead of Hoff, but still has anchor, still has 94 feet, clamps, fast feet, glove, and rights to gripper. Very good versatile defender himself. Again, he's 6'7". The thing that this card is missing is shooting badges. Agent 3, blinders, deadeye, limitless, things of that nature need to be added. I will say Kyrie dribble style is a dub, but the rest of his SIGs don't look too great. Pro 2 fade helps for sure. I am honestly interested to see if I think this card is better because of the way his release is. Is he better than Jeremy Sohan? That is going to be my question, and the answer to that question is not a question, is not an answer that I can give y'all yet. He's got a better dribble style and a better fade, but I don't think his release is going to be quite as good, and he's not quite as complete badge-wise, especially as a base card without the shooting badges. So I don't know. Both he and Sohan look like great viable point guards, but Again, we have 9 million free point guards. So do you really need Jeremy Sohan, Opal and Thompson? Probably not, with how many good free point guards there are. And then we have yet another point guard here with Donovan Mitchell, 6'3" with a 6'10" wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere, 28 Hall of Fame badges. He's 6'1" in real life, and his cards are generally listed at 6'1", but they decided to give him 6'3" this time. Well, they put his card at 6'3". Maybe, never mind. They haven't given him a 6'1" card since his freaking Amethyst. I didn't realize they upgraded to 6'3", starting with his Diamond. Interesting. All right, well, there you go. The more you know. Opal Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the card's a stud. He doesn't have movable enforcer at all. He's 6'3" with no movable enforcer. That's going to kill him on the interior. But defensively, playmaking, shooting, and finishing besides that is phenomenal. He's a really fun short point guard. Got his own saves for the most part. Kyrie dribble style is nice. His own fade, which is decent. His release is really good. I don't mind him. He's going to play like Donovan Mitchell. He's super athletic, great stats and badges. Another solid, fun, free point guard. He's not free point guard. He might be free, actually, because he's got an unsellable sticker on him. So that makes me wonder if this card's going to be like available via locker code every challenge or something. I don't understand that. Maybe that's a visual glitch. But either way, looks like a really fun, really complete card. If you're a Donovan Mitchell fan, he's going to be a stud. Like, this looks like a good Spider card. Nothing too ridiculous, but definitely a good card. Then we got Dwight, who's a 6'11 power forward, 6'10 power forward, sorry, 7'4 wingspan, only an 83 ball, needs shooting badges added. Defensively and dunking wise is amazing. Has his release on very quick, Kyrie dribble style, Kemba escape, and step behind the back, because why not give him God tier SIGs? Yeah, never mind. This card's actually pretty good because they decided to soup him up SIGs-wise, and he's got defense as well. I mean, this is good for a viable card again. Really good viable power forward. Gonna need some shooting badges added for sure. Agent 3 blinders, Deadeye, guard up, limitless, that type of stuff. But if you add shooting badges to him, this card is also really, really good. So, a lot of good cards in today's drop. I gotta say, a lot of good viable cards. All three of the Opals are interesting. Bilal Coulibaly and Jeremy Sohan are also really, really good. And Symbol R is 7'5". So kind of an interesting drop in terms of the viable cards. Now, moving on to, we'll go D-Lo first, then we'll go to ISO Joe. 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan at point guard. Number one, he's kind of small. I mean, this card, again, he's going to be good. He's super complete. He's got great stats and badges. Hat gold and movable enforcer. Like, he's good. I just think, again, there's 2 million free point guards. Do I need him over Clyde Drexler? Do I need him over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Jamal Murray? I'm sorry, or Gilbert Arenas. I don't think he's better than any of those three guys, honestly. And there's several other free point guards. Plus, I mean, even Jeremy Sohan and Opal and Thompson coming out today as viable point guards. Lots of other viable point guards that are already available, like a Sean Livingston or a Gary Payton. Like, there's so many point guard options. You don't really need D-Lo. So if you want to go grind it from co-op, go for it. If you're a D-Lo fan, go get him. But I just think, in general, the card's not necessary at all. Joe Johnson is 6'7", 6'9" wingspan at shooting guard. I'm sure this card is awesome. He's got Hoff movable enforcer. He's amazing all the way around. This card is not going to be good, though, because of his release. Brandon Ingram base is just not good this year. And I think as a whole, his release, even on very quick, Vince Upper's pretty good. It's just not going to be that good of a release. Kobe escape hard and behind the back, MJ dribble style aren't awful SIGs, but they're not as good as some of the other best shooting guards in the game. Joe Johnson will be good, but not unbelievable. I think he's a fair, probably the worst of the Opals, honestly, this week, realistically. Dark Miners, I should say. 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan is Tim Thomas. This card will obviously be unbelievable. He's amazing defensively, has every single pretty much key badge in the game, it looks like. Statistically also incredible with his own release on very quick. Trey fade, Kyrie dribble style, Francis size of Trey escape. Likely Jamal Murray behind the back and John Wall's drag back. This card is the perfect small forward, pretty much. Tim Thomas is the new best small forward in the game. This card is phenomenal. He is the best card from today's drop, probably. As a gambling only card, he is incredible. I will likely not get him, just like I didn't get Ben Simmons last week. But trust me, I'll be crossing my fingers and hoping I get him from the lock-in, because that'd be fire. Honestly, would probably love to get Ralph from the lock-in as well. Only a 77 3-ball, but he's got a couple half shooting badges. Yes, he could use some upgraded badges in a lot of areas. Like, you could add, he has 8 badge slots as a Dark Matter. So 1 for fast switch, 2 agent 3, 3 blinders, 4 limitless range. We'll say 5 open looks, 6 clamps. I got 2 more, and it's like, do you want to go playmaking or defensive badges for those? And the answer is, I don't know. So you're going to have to add badges to this card if you're going to use them. But he's 7'4", 83 speed, 95 standing, 90 driving dunk, 96 interior. DeAndre Jordan, very default big upper, is not going to be amazing, but it is on very quick, so I'm sure it's easy enough to green. Kobe escape gives him a SIG to play make off of, but he's not going to really be able to burst. This card is probably realistically pretty similar to Mark Eaton in a lot of ways. I feel like he's just really, really big. That's his best value. He would allow me to slide Dikembe to the 2 or to the 4 if I got him, for example. This is a card I would use 100%. He's not as good as Tim Thomas, but with his size and his versatility, I do think he's a pretty good card still because of how big he is at the center position. DeMar DeRozan, 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. DeMar's only 6'6" now. He used to be 6'7". I mean, obviously the card's good, but like he's a 6'6" shooting guard at this point in the year. It's not like we have 9 million shooting guards. Oh wait, we do. Like the card's fine, but he doesn't have a changed fade. His dribble style isn't unbelievable. His sigs are like, meh. He's just not. He's not special. You know what I mean? DeMar DeRozan is not a special card. He's the same level as all the 9,000 other shooting guards that we've gotten gambling only the last few weeks. Guys like Vince Carter and Iggy and Jimmy Butler. Just a bunch of like mediocre shooting guards. There's a ton of them. DeMar DeRozan and Joe Johnson can both be added to that list. Oscar Robertson is 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. I'm sure this card is great, but we have SGA and Clyde Drexler for free, not to mention all of the other amazing free point cards. He is great. Kyrie dribble style, Kemba escape, likely Jamal Murray behind the back, John Wall drag back, Pro 2 fade. He's got top tier sigs, great animations all the way around. That's true for a lot of point guards though. Oscar's a stud, no doubt, really good card, but I still think, again, not worth it, especially with the million point guards you can get for free. Then you got PG. PG-13 obviously is going to be amazing. 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan gives him elite level size at the shooting guard position, but obviously I got Gillian Rice, and I have Dr. J personally as well, so I don't really need him. Defensively, he's extraordinary though. Super complete badge-wise, super athletic. Of course he is. Paul George is always amazing in my team. MJ dribble style, wish that was better. Kemba escape is good. John Wall drag back, and Pro behind the back being likely Jamal Murray gives him enough good animations in my opinion where it's totally fine still. Hopefully that's Jamal Murray behind the back and not his same behind the back. Fingers crossed. But they did give him his release on very quick and Pro 2 fade. I actually liked Paul George's fade on his own card. I'm not gonna lie. But now we got Pro 2, and that will definitely hold it down as well. Paul George is, of course, an incredible card, one of the very best shooting guards in the game. I wouldn't complain about getting this card. I don't really need him, but I definitely wouldn't complain about it. This week, though, I'll lock it in the set with MT. I'll say this. You really want Paul George, Ralph Sampson, or Tim Thomas, because Oscar, DeMar, and Joe Johnson are just really disappointing lock-ins. Just like with last week, I locked in, I got Anthony Edwards. If I lock in and get somebody like that again this week, I'm just going to be really disappointed. I'm not going to lie. But that is the risk at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that you take with this gambling-only style of content, and yeah, that's where we are right now, honestly. So I think, I don't know, man. We're going to keep making content, and we're going to see where it takes us. But things have not been going incredibly well as of late with this game, obviously. 100 overall, Tim Duncan is the final card today. I mean, he's fine, of course. He's 100 overall. Card's great. They gave him Patty Mills base. What the? Never mind. He's the best power forward in the game. This card is stupid. They gave him Patty Mills base, and Tim Duncan upper's actually a good upper, too. That's what Kwame has. Yeesh. Okay, so Tim Duncan is now the best power forward in the game, and it's not particularly close. Did not realize they were going to do that, so I guess they're going to start giving Patty Mills base to cards. And that is unfortunately going to contribute even more to the gambling. So, hey, the first Patty Mills power forward in the game, Tim Duncan. Why is this card going? Oh, man. This is the new best power forward in the game. Luckily, he won't exist pretty much, but that card is stupid. Anyways, it's just another gambling job, man. We just got to know what to expect this game at this point. And expecting anything different, I think, is foolish. And that's the honest truth. And that's okay to say. Like, I just think it's foolish to expect change from my team at this point. So if you are still in the boat of expecting change this year, you're going to be disappointed. I can tell you that right now. Either stop playing the game or accept it the way that it is. And that doesn't mean you have to spend your money on it. Support it. But you got to be able to be willing to accept that this is the way it's going to be if you keep playing the game, and hopefully try to enjoy the game despite it if possible. So back to making content. Obviously, I was on vacation last couple of days, so not much content out of me. Just did a leaks video yesterday, and that was it. But we are back at it and ready to have a great weekend. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.